I'm fighting my ex in court over child custody. Is this for control? Will he get bored and go away? You probably won't get bored and go away. It is for control. Typically, when the narcissist is dealing with custody piece, where they're trying to get custody over your kid, is really coming back to image and money. They either want the kid more, so they have to pay less in child support, or it comes back to I want to look better. So like try to make sure that like I look a certain way to other people. Okay. I've done this for 20 years. Leave. Okay, leave soon. Have you ever thought of getting a degree in psychology and helping other narcissists? So I talk to the narcissists. Problem is the majority of them don't come back. Problem is the majority of them don't actually want to change, which is why I don't do a lot of content for narcissists because it doesn't go anywhere. Not that I don't get views, I don't really care about that, but like it doesn't actually help people heal because they're not willing to do the work. Someone actually contacted me on one platform. They kind of came after me. They're like, "You should be talking to the narcissist." I'm like, "I do." Problem is they don't stick around to actually work on themselves. They're like, "Well, you paint people in such a bad light." I'm like, "No, I paint myself in a bad light because I was a piece of shit. I was a person that was showing up in an abusive way. I was showing up in a way that was gaslighting, was hurting other people, was emotionally, mentally manipulating, control, and destroying relationships. So I know how toxic it is. I know how awful it is. So that's why I'm passionate when I talk about narcissists. And they're like, "Well, you should be helping them." And I'm like, "You cannot help another person if they're unwilling to be honest. If another person is unwilling to be honest about what's actually going on, nothing will change. Nothing will develop." Can you refer them to me? Yes, you can refer them to me. Here's the thing you can't do is you can't go to them and say, "Hey, you have to do this or I'm leaving you." Or you can't say, "Hey, I think you're a narcissist, you have to go do this." Because at the end of the day, if you're forcing them to talk to me, I do not want to talk to them. Every single time it's a waste of time. If you have to book the appointment, stop mothering him. Let him make his own decisions. If he's not going to actually choose to work on himself, then walk away and focus on your growth, which you should do anyways, because you can't change another person. People want to figure out the hack of how do I get a narcissist to change? Let me tell you, there is no hack. The hack is you stop playing the narcissist game and you start focusing on you. You're like, "How do I make a narcissist be aware?" One of the best ways to make a narcissist aware is to leave. 100%. No contact. Leave. You're like, "But that's so mean." They're not willing to be honest. You should not be willing to throw out this unconditional love to be able to get conditional abuse. Like you need to make a choice in the relationship that you're on. And that choice is not, is this person a narcissist or is this person not a narcissist? Doesn't matter. And today, what matters is how is this person actually demonstrating love, care, respect, honor, loyalty, faithfulness. Like, how is this person actually showing up on a day to day basis? If they're not demonstrating the things, you need to walk away. If they're not demonstrating honesty, vulnerability, consistent change, you do not have a relationship. You're lying to yourself, thinking that it's going to work out, thinking that it's a good relationship, thinking that there's something there when there is. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand that at the end of the day, the person has a label of a narcissist or they don't, it doesn't matter. If he's consistently lying to you, he's a liar. And unless you want a relationship with a liar, you need to walk away. If he's consistently cheating on you, he's a cheater. Well, if he cheats once, he's a cheater. But you get the idea. Like if there's cheating there, he's a cheater. And if that's not something you want consistently in your relationship, then you need to leave. Like, you need to understand being able to leave is one of the hardest things that people have to do because you have to be able to break the trauma bond that's stuck in your mind, break the mindset that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you tied to this person. It's so hard for people to do that because it doesn't come from you walking out the door. It doesn't magically get better when you drive down the driveway. Doesn't magically get better when you move in with your parent because you don't have a place to stay. Because you can still be trapped. You can still be trauma bonded to this person miles away, countries away. You can still be stuck in the mind. How long do you want to stay stuck? How long do you want to stay in the relationship you're currently in? Sometimes people think like, well, you're just trying to break up relationships. Toxic ones, hell yeah. If you're in a toxic relationship today and you leave, there's things we can talk about to be able to work on that. There's things we can talk about to be able to help you build an exit strategy so that you're safe about it. So you're not putting yourself in danger. So you're making the right moves, 100%. But at the end of the day, if you're with a toxic person and they're not honest, they're not vulnerable, and they don't show consistent change, you're not in a relationship. And you're still lying to yourself. So how do you actually get away mentally? How do you actually break the trauma bond with a narcissist? People get to the place where they sell themselves on the lie. The hard thing is when you're with a toxic person, when you're with a narcissist, they have sold you on the lie enough that you start selling yourself on your own lie. You start selling yourself on the thought process that this person is good for you, that this person is actually what love is, that this person is actually caring for you, that this is just a step in the right direction. You just have to get through this bad communication piece and then it'll all get better. You just have to get to the point where it feels great. Okay. So many different pieces of this. Hopefully that makes sense. Trying to give you all the answers to help you go through. Change your mindset. When you get stuck, reach out for help. When you're at the place where you've broken the trauma bond and you want to step forward into your growth even more, contact me about our Thriver community. To give you the frameworks and the systems of how people are doing that on a daily basis, maximizing their relationships, maximizing their businesses, maximizing like how they're actually showing up in their bodies, their fitness, maximizing their spirituality, their sense of being, like understanding who they are, like all these different things we focus on and develop so much more. Someone asked me the other day of I don't want to be stuck in talking about narcissism forever. And I was like, totally get that. That's not my goal. My goal is that you don't watch me forever. Okay. Because if you watch me forever, there's also a piece of you that's probably not healing because you haven't actually fixed the problem. One of the things we do inside the Thriver community is we very rarely talk about narcissism at all because that's not the focus there. They've already broken out the trauma bond. They've already started to grow and to glow up in a lot of different ways, maximizing who they were called to be. Huge piece of it. Until I can leave, I need to break the trauma bond while here. 100%. Clarity Challenge will do that. Clarity Challenge will help you break free. We've seen a lot of people do that. We see a lot of people get out. Okay. If you guys are interested to be able to look at that, you can go to claritychallenge.net. If you want to talk to me sometime, be able to check out rawmotivations.com. Would love to talk to you there. Okay. Just trying to look if I had any other questions popping up really quick. Why do nurses try to get a restraining order on you to be able to put it back on you? So they don't feel bad about themselves and to make you look like a bad person. A lot of it's manipulation. Divorce him and I can't break the trauma bond with the amount of guilt he gives me. So Tiger, will be something to reach out. You can talk to me or we can go into it inside the Clarity Challenge. Clarity Challenge is going to give you the most info over the longest period of time. Think of it like sign up for like 51 days of like back and forth like therapy because you're like going in, you're learning stuff, you're applying it, you're doing your daily assignment, like all that. It's a long process, but it works. People that do it, it works really well. It's awesome. Do they pretend to be sick to avoid accountability? 100%. Their sickness is always bigger than your sickness, always bigger than your issues. 3 years stuck, 1,600 miles apart. Don't get it. Yeah. Kim, until you change the story that you believe, you'll always be stuck. Nothing changes, nothing changes. You all have an opportunity to make a decision for you. Whether you go to a therapist, whether you get in with another coach, whether you sign up for the Clarity Challenge, whatever you do, you just need to understand if you keep doing the same things, expecting different results, nothing's going to change. You're just going to stay stuck in the same relationship. You're going to stay stuck in the same mindset. You're going to stay stuck in the trauma bond. This is the part that people don't want to hear is like you can actually be empowered to change your life, change who you actually are, change your purpose, change your direction. But it has to be your choice. Can't be mine. I can't push you into it. I can't force you into it. If I did, even if you got into it, nothing. That change has to happen from you. You're more than welcome to be able to check it out. You can go to claritychallenge.net. You can sign up for 45 days of you investing into you. Day after day. It's typically about 30 to 45 minutes a day. A lot of people are like, whoa, that's way too much time. I don't even know what to do with that. Exactly. That's why we put it that way. So you would start to make you a priority because being in a relationship with a narcissist, no one else has made you a priority. You need to start learning how to build the self love, how to build the discipline, how to build the habits of investing back into you. Until you do that, and until you change the way that you believe, nothing changes. What decision are you going to make today? Stay stuck with a narcissist or start to move forward with breaking the trauma bond and getting free? Y'all have a blessed and amazing day.